we have Keith Ekstam, who is a professor in the MSU Art and Design Department. He's a professor of ceramics. You may have seen him this weekend at our Contemporary Art Street Jam. He was back set up in this corner over here doing raku firings live, which is very exciting and full of fire and danger and things like that. Keith has been a member of the faculty over at MSU since 1987. He's had work exhibited in hundreds and hundreds of national and international shows. He's an active artist still. He's still making art and showing art, but he's also a devoted educator. Some of his students have gone on to do great things and go and become very prominent in the ceramics field. He's been a very busy man lately because the ceramics department of MSU is in the process of moving to Brick City right behind us, right over here. So they've been figuring out how to get their kiln set up over there, meaning they have to like cut a hole in the ceiling and drop it through with a crane and all kinds of crazy things. But he's very excited about moving to Brick City because it's just going to mean more, bigger, better, wonderful things for the ceramics department at MSU. So Keith Ekstam is here to talk to us.
Hi folks, thanks for coming out. Yeah, we figured this would be a good time to at least tell everybody that we're moving down in this neck of the woods from on campus. Our department has been scattered in about 7 or 8 locations for years, and we're all coming together as one big happy family, as we like to say. We're assuming it will be that. So I think being down here in this event is kind of appropriate that I at least introduce and tell folks that this is actually happening. I've got some photographs of the move. It's quite an undertaking for the department. Several of the studios kind of before and after shots, and some of you maybe have taken classes in these facilities over the years, and they can be chaotic when the studio's going, no matter what field you're in, what medium you're working in. But some of these shots just show that everybody's moved at least once in their life, I'm sure, that how kind of chaotic it is. Graphic design, animation, photography, printmaking, metals and jewelry, ceramics, and art history are all moving down into this this facility down here, just down the road. So
there we go.
There we go. I guess all of my colleagues are doing the same kind of a thing, where we're doing the kind of summer two-step, where we're packing, choosing what to keep, what to throw away, what to include. We'll get some new items which will make the experience of the studios better, but we'll also take a lot of appropriate equipment and whatnot so that we can continue to do what we do. This is the second floor hallway in Ellis Hall that some of you maybe have been into, but it's so packed right now getting ready for the movers to come in next week that you can hardly move down the space. So and this is one of my colleagues' office. There's a before and after. It's a little hard to read, but this is all of her stuff on the left, and then everything. We're supposed to leave our phones even, because we're getting new phones finally, which will be great. So if you've ever had to move your office, you know how much fun it is. Computers have to go. They have to be boxed up and carefully marked, and we're all hoping that they all end up in the right place. This is going to be interesting. We think it'll be fairly smooth, and we're all hopeful about this. My experience has primarily been in the clay lab, and so without students, we would be in big trouble in the ceramics lab because of all the stuff we have to move. There's an old saying that says teaching would be easy if it wasn't for those doggone students, but I'll tell you what, these guys have really come through. We've had some great help moving literally tons and tons of materials. This is an example of what we've done in ceramics with an old soda kiln that we've had in the courtyard in Ellis Hall. And it's gone from this over the course of several days, shoring it up, pushing the arch up with an arch support and 2x4s, and brick by brick taking it down to this. So that's where the student help and the volunteers come in, because the two old professors are not totally capable of doing this themselves, I'm sure of that. These kilns, not necessarily with these bricks, but these kilns will be rebuilt over in this neck of the woods, and I think we'll be providing some interesting opportunities for people. Here we are taking down a kiln, pushing up again the form of the piece of the kiln with an arch support, and once the weight is off, it comes down brick by brick. It's my colleague Kevin Hughes back there, and here he is doing the big Fig Newton with the brick. And in a couple of minutes, you'll see that this, what looks to be tornado damage, has been cleaned up brick by brick and stacked again by the helpful students and workers that we've hired. So we've also had to move several sheds of materials, 50-pound bags of clay, sand, grog. I guess I should be in better shape than I am because of this workout, but these have all been shrink wrapped and they're ready to move in probably in the next week or two down here. You can see the shrink wrap palletized materials here. It's been really good for us because we've been able to kind of go through and weed through some things and make some decisions about what we're going to do and what we can provide down here in terms of classes and offerings. So I think it'll be very, very positive. We have several crates of kiln shells, for instance, and like anybody who moves into a new house, you have to figure out where does this stuff go, and that's kind of the excitement of it, I guess, and moving into a new place. So we started to move, I believe it was started to pack the first week of April, and we've just done it every week consistently, because without doing that, it would be a real problem. So when you go to Brick City, these are a few shots of the new space that we have. The building has been refurbished, but some of the quality of the old architecture has been left, which we're pretty excited about. This is part of the advanced ceramic studio where the students will be able to set up a space and work and build their individual projects. This is a shot of the new kiln building that is behind the large building over here, and we'll be able to set up and have enough space to operate effectively and function well. We'll have some blacksmithing going on back there as well for the metals program. That will be quite interesting to have. And so we are looking forward to moving in and becoming part of the community, getting off campus, away from the ivory tower a little bit, and down here, which my wife and I really love downtown. We spend a lot of time down here and try to support it. So I'm pretty happy that we'll be bringing several hundred more students down here to support this neck of the woods. So thank you so much for coming out tonight, folks.